I am going to give you guys a little bit of information about the Disaster Loan Assistance COVID-19 Economic Injury Disaster Loan Application, and I will walk you through how to fill it out as an independent contractor. Before I start, I want to give a disclaimer. I am not an expert at this. I am only sharing information that I obtained mainly by calling this 1-800 number that anybody can call at the bottom of the website, 1-800-659-2955. I do want to mention this is a new program. I've called the number about 10 times, and unfortunately, I did get different information in some ways every single phone call. So please understand, this is a new program. It seems like there's a lot of changes being rolled out. Again, I don't want to be held liable in any way for any information that I give. I'm only sharing the information that I received and obtained and the way that I understood it. Given that I am not an official representative, I'm not an expert at this. Some of the information I give may be incorrect. Some of the information may change from now until you see this or you fill out the application. And again, perhaps the way I understood something is incorrect. So I just want to be very clear. I don't claim to be an expert at this. I'm only trying to provide some assistance to independent contractors by passing on the information that was given to me in the way that I understood it. Everybody is 100% responsible and liable for their own application. Everybody is 100% responsible and liable for what they put on their own application. As far as how to fill it out, I called the 1-800 number and I went through this entire form and followed the instructions that the representative gave me. That is not to say that I understood those instructions 100% correctly, and that is not to say that the representative gave me 100% clear instructions on how to fill it out. So this is meant to be basic information, basic guide. I do urge everybody when they're filling out their own application to call this 1-800 number. Again, 1-800-659-2955, and speak with a representative. Make sure that you are filling it out correctly. A bit about the loan. Again, based on the information that I received, the loan is available up to $2 million. They are offering a $10,000 advance. The $10,000 is a grant, meaning that the money will be forgiven. You will not have to pay that money back. Again, just one last time, I want to make this disclaimer. This is based on the information that I received, based on the way that I understood it. I am not an official government representative, nor am I an expert on this subject. So I don't want anybody to go forward with this thinking that the information that I'm giving them is the 100% fact or truth. This again, program is rapidly changing. It's rapidly updating. And as of today, April 9th, it appears that not everybody is fully on the same page. So again, based on the info I received, the $10,000 advance or the up to $10,000 that you may qualify for, you will not have to pay back. That money will be deposited in your account, and that money is yours to use for your business expenses, or whatever else falls under that qualification. So we'll get started now on how to actually fill this out. Okay. So under the eligible entity verification, the second option says applicant is an individual who operates under a sole proprietorship with or without employees or as an independent contractor. So that is the option that appears to fit our truck drivers, owner operators who get 1099s at the end of the year. Next, everybody who fills this out will have to read these and confirm that they qualify for all of these check marks. It's the review and check all that are following. First, I'll just read a first few. Applicant is not engaged in any illegal activity. No principal of the applicant with a 50% or greater ownership interest is more than 60 days delinquent on child support, and so on. So please read these and check all that apply. For me personally, all of these apply, so I have checked them all. But again, make sure you are providing correct and truthful information as you are submitting something to the government. You don't want to provide false information, needless to say. So after that, I will click continue. Legal business name. Now, even though you are technically not a business, as an independent contractor, you would put your first and last name, okay? So I'm putting my first and last name here, okay? Trade name, again, you're going to put the same thing, your first and last name. EIN or social security number, you're going to put your social security number here, okay? Organization type, you're going to put independent contractor. Is the applicant a nonprofit organization? No. Is the applicant a franchise? No. Gross revenue for the 12 months prior to the date of the disaster, January 31st, 2020. So just put the gross amount that you were paid. That is the gross, again, meaning the total amount that you were paid for that period. So essentially, it would be whatever your 1099 shows, up to January 31st. So just for example, I will put 150,000 here. Cost of goods sold, 12 months prior. Here you put 0 since you don't sell any goods. Rental properties, nothing. Nonprofit cost, nothing. Combined annual operating expense, this is for all secular social service providers by faith-based entity, nothing. List of secular, nothing, nothing, nothing. So these boxes for independent contractors do not apply. Primary business address will be your home address, okay? 123 Home Street. City is going to be your city, Missouri. Just leave country blank. Okay. Business phone, just put your cell phone or whatever if you do have a different business phone. Business email, so I'm going to put business@email.com. Put your email address here. Date business established is going to be the date that you started driving, that you became an independent contractor. So I will put 1/1/2015. So again, you will put the date that you became an independent contractor. Current ownership sense, same thing in your case. Business activity, one of the options here is transportation. Detailed business activity, none of the above. So airlines, daycare service, day tours, limousine, none of the above, or none of the below. Number of employees, 0, because you are not an employee. And then up top, what did I miss? There we go. Okay. And then I'm pressing next. Individual owner / agent. So I'm going to fill out my information here. Okay. Owner is the title. Ownership percentage, 100. Again, my email @business.com. My social security number goes here. Date, birth date, I will put here. Place of birth, you will put, I believe the country should be sufficient if you're born outside of the US. Otherwise, put your actual place. So I will fill this out. U.S. citizen, yes or no, whichever applies. Residential street address, Main Street. City is St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. If there are additional owners, you would add here, given that you're an independent contractor, this should not apply to you. And then up top, I missed this. Is your business owned by a business entity? No, in my case. Next. In the past year, has the business or a listed owner been convicted of a criminal offense committed during and in connection with a riot or civil disorder, blah, blah, blah. So please read these and make sure you are answering them accurately, correctly, and truthfully. For me, I read these previously, and all three are no's. Again, everybody, please make sure you are providing truthful, accurate information on this. If anyone assisted you in completing this application, whether you pay a fee for this service or not, the person must. So if you fill out your own application, don't worry about this. If you, I guess, if somebody assists you, then you would fill that out. Make sure you check this box. I would like to be considered for an advance of up to 10,000. Where to send funds? Okay, so you're gonna put your bank here. So bank name, account number 123456789, routing number 123456789, and then you will read all of these, and then you will click I hereby certify under penalty of perjury under the laws of the United States that the above is true and correct. Again, guys, please understand you are submitting something to the government. You don't want to provide false information in any way to the government. So make sure that everything on this entire form you fill out is truthful and correct. Make sure, I cannot stress enough the importance of clicking this right here. I would like to be considered for an advance of up to $10,000. Again, to clarify, the $10,000 based on the information that I was given is a grant, meaning that you do not have to pay it back, whether the rest of the application is approved for anything beyond 10,000 or not. Please again understand that this is only based on the information that I received, based on how I understood it, me being a non-expert or not an official of the government. I am only sharing the information based on how I understood. What I would advise every contractor, independent contractor, is apply for this. If you get up to $10,000 advance, fantastic. That's going to help you and your family pay your bills, cover your business costs, and whatever else you need to do. I personally would go into it assuming that I will have to pay it back, so just make sure you are mindful of that. If you end up getting official confirmation that you don't have to pay it back from authorized parties, then fantastic. If you do have to pay it back, then you can you'll at least have the funds available now when you perhaps need it the most. My understanding after you fill out this application is that, well, first off, read through everything here, carefully read through every single answer, make sure everything is correct, make sure your email is correct as well. Once you read it all, click the I am not a robot. It may pop up with a picture that makes you choose. Sometimes they have a picture that says, please choose whatever cars in this picture. Then you have to click on that. So just get through that. This box has to end up being checked that says I am not a robot. And then you're going to press submit. Okay. I'm going to edit this real quick so it'll not have my name. Okay. I'm going to be submitting it just to show you guys the final product as well, or the final confirmation, but I don't want my name to be associated with this application in any way. I want them to know that it's just a test. So anyways, I'm going to confirm all the information here. I'm going to click this. And once this is a check mark, I'm going to press submit. And then you'll get this. Application submitted. Your application number is this number. If I was you, I would write this number down. I would take a picture with your phone of this screen so you have it. I would definitely make sure that this is saved. You'll need this later to follow up with it. Based on the information that I was given by a representative at this 1-800 number down here, 1-800-659-2955. Based on the information I was given, within 5 days, you should receive an email with some further instructions, with some further information, with an update to your application. And from there, I don't know what happens. This is as far as the information that I have. I hope this helps you guys. For all independent contractors, I would urge you to fill out this application. We don't know how long this COVID-19 is going to go on for. We don't know how bad it's going to get. If this money is going to be made available to you, so you can continue to cover your expenses and support your family, I would strongly urge everybody to take it. If it ends up being a grant means that you don't have to pay it back. If it is forgivable or forgiven, then fantastic. You don't have to pay it back, and it helped. If you end up having to pay it back, then at least during the times that the COVID-19 was at its worst, you had those funds available, and then you can worry about paying it back later. Again, I don't have any information beyond this. I don't know if there's interest. I don't know what the interest rates would be. If it's not forgivable, I don't know what the interest rates are for anything beyond 10,000. Again, just based on the information that I received, the way I understood it, the 10,000 advance that you are applying for, and again, make sure you are clicking that box on the previous screen that says that you're applying for the advance. Based on the information that I was given, that will be a grant. You will not be responsible to pay that back, regardless if the rest of your application is approved or not. I sincerely pray and hope that you and your family stay safe. I hope and pray that this disaster, this epidemic that we're going through does not affect any of us and our loved ones. And I hope and pray that this thing goes away as quickly as it came. Thank you all. Good luck with this application, and God bless and have a wonderful day.